Hi, everyone.
Okay. Lynn Ann, how are you?
Good, how are you?
This is Councilman Marmero. Welcome.
Hello.
And this
Thank
will be short and sweet.
Okay.
I need to ask Shelley one question.
Go ahead.
All these applicants today must they be residents of the city of Reading?
So Lynn Ann can be one of the exceptions. She's got the background required for the position. This environmental specialist on the Board of Health has been vacant since 2006, I believe. We've not been able to find anyone to fill it. The Youth Commission must be a member, and Mr. Snyder, I believe, has a specific plumbing background that's required by the code.
Well, as long as there's not going to be any comeback for this, I don't have a problem.
There should not
Lynn
be.
Ann. Okay. Lynn Ann, I didn't single you out, but I need to check this before we start interviewing, okay?
Right. Yep, I understand.
Okay. Lynn Ann, do you know what the purpose of the Board of Health is?
Well, I know they oversee a lot of the city, as far as the health, the food program, the food inspections and things like that.
Okay. And you do have a background of everything that we need. And, well, you're going to be an asset. Now,
Well, thank you.
Well, why are you interested in serving on the board?
Well, I know how, being that I used to work for the city for 26 years, I know there's a lot of areas where, there's some issues here and there where maybe I just thought I could help to try to open communication lines a little better, especially within the health department as far as the food inspections and things like that. I used to do that job, so I do know what it entails and what they deal with on a daily basis in the city, with all the different clientele. It's a varied background of people there, so you have to know how to talk to them. It's a lot of education, educating the people before anything.
Well, and you do have the background for that. Okay, now the board meets on the first Tuesday of every month at 4 p.m.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Will you be able to attend these meetings?
Yeah. I am done work at 4 o'clock, so that's not an issue.
Tell us something that you would like to see the Board of Health accomplish.
Well, from my end of it, the perspective, like I said, within, the food inspections, and I would like to see them get more consistent with that area. There's a lot of places in the city that have not been inspected for months, years, et cetera, and just try to help that overall part of the program.
Well, the next question, Mel. What community health related problems are you aware of? And you did answer partly. Go ahead.
Well, as far as, food safety, making sure everyone's got safe food in there, that nobody's getting any kind of foodborne illnesses and so forth. People do die from foodborne illnesses, even though you don't hear about it that often. I've already had cases that I've had to investigate for death from somebody eating food that, was not handled properly. So that, that's part of the overall health of the community, is the food that they're being served and making sure that it's safe.
Okay, Joanna, you're next.
Yeah. Well, hi, Lynn. How are you?
Good.
And I need to disclose to everyone that I met Lynn when she worked for the city, because she did inspect my restaurant. And I remember, with any inspector, any authority figure, you're always like shaking and nervous when you see them coming in. But Lynn, in my experience working with her, because she also inspects our Shillington farmers market stand, she is like the most professional. She's very well prepared. She's always educating us. Like, I have learned so much about how to be in compliance and how to go above and beyond with my service quality and making sure that, you know, my kitchen is up to par. So I want to thank you for the work that you do, Lynn. I think as a city, like, I miss you, we miss you, because you
Oh,
always
thank you.
help. No, and I'm being really genuine and honest. Like,
Mhm.
you've helped us just excel, right? Be better than. Do you understand? So I
Right.
appreciate your patience and like the time that you take to educate step by step in terms of what's necessary to operate, you know, a clean and safe kitchen, right? Because we are
Yeah.
feeding our community.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you. I think that, you know, we are in dire need of more food health inspection, because we have, gosh, you know, I always feel that as a city, we're always understaffed, right? And we have a ton of work and it's hard to get to everyone, but it's crucial because,
Mhm.
you know, we want to make sure that, you know, people aren't dying because of them eating food that was not handled properly and so on. So on that
Right.
note, I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
I wanted to make sure I gave you, you know, credit where credit is due. What are you so in your first, I don't know, 3 months or 3 to 6 months, what are you hoping to accomplish?
Definitely better lines of communication. I feel right now, because I do talk to the inspectors in there, you know, because I do inspect manufacturing in the city yet. So I am in the city quite often. And sometimes I will call them if there's issues that I need them to handle on the local level. And I just think they're kind of lost sometimes. They're kind of like fish out of water, you know, and I'm hoping to try to make a you know, better system for them and better communication within departments that they need to communicate with better.
Thank you.
Okay, who else is here, Shelley? Anyone else like to talk to Lynn Ann?
Marcia's not with us today.
Well, then we can, well, I don't have anything else. The only thing I can say, by getting Lynn Ann, we are being blessed with someone that knows what she's doing, what to look for, and how she can help. Not just the people that she's inspecting, but also help the city. And I'm going to congratulate you already, Lynn Ann, and thank you for applying.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah. Thank you for your interest in serving. I really appreciate that you're willing
Yeah.
to give up your time to help us out. So thank you.
Yes, sure, no problem.
And you'll be contacted.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have to get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing.
Who else did you say is here?
The next interview is not here yet, and they did not respond to any of my contacts, so I'm not sure if they'll be coming in. In the meantime, though, I wanted to check with you and Johanny to make sure you're available to do a nominations committee meeting on Tuesday, July 6th, which would be because of the 4th of July holiday.
I have no problem. I hope it's in City Hall.
That's not my decision.
I know.
That works for me, Michelle. Shelley.
Okay, thank you.
Now we're waiting for Donald then, right?
Correct.
If these are no shows, Shelley, see if we can get them in on that July 9th, July 6th meeting.
Yes, Mr. Snyder did confirm with me. It's just not time for him yet. So when he comes in, we'll be ready.
Okay. No problem.
Mr. Snyder has joined us, so we can get him started.
All righty. Welcome, Donald. This is Councilman Marmero, and how are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Terrific.
You've been on the plumbing board how long now?
I have not been on. I went to my first meeting last week. I applied to get on the board a couple years ago and I didn't get the opportunity.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought you were on the board. Never mind, I'm thinking of another Donald Snyder. I'm
Well,
sorry.
maybe you're thinking about my father,
Maybe.
right? Did you know Snakey?
Yeah, we grew up together, okay?
That was my dad.
Well, yeah, we knew each other very well.
I thought so.
Okay, Donald, do you know what the purpose of the board is?
I do.
Let's hear it.
Well, I believe the purpose is to maintain the integrity of the craft and to be sure that we have qualified candidates to become master plumber, journeyman plumber, and as well as apprentice plumbers.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay?
That may also answer the next question. Why are you interested in serving on this board?
Well, to be part of that process. To maintain our industry, which, the plumber was always one of the most respected tradesmen out there amongst all the trades.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, with the changes, seems like there's daily changes to the trade, to the way we install pipe, to I would say, the materials have been changing. So yes, just to maintain a solid base that we've always had.
Well, Donald, would you have any problems meeting on the first Tuesday of every month?
No, sir.
Okay. What else do we have here? Can you give us a little more background on yourself?
Okay, sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, yes. So I live in Reading my whole life. I'm a plumber, 35 years. I've been with the Plumbers Union, Local 690 out of Philadelphia for my whole career. For the last 4.5 years prior to this Labor Day of 2020, I was an instructor at our apprentice school in Philadelphia. So I've instructed apprentices how to become plumbers at our school. And since Labor Day of 2020, I am now the business agent for the Reading and Allentown area, Berks and Lehigh counties.
What can I say, Donald? We are being more and more fortunate to get people like you, like the last candidate for the Board of Health, now you. In the past, and I've been doing this for many years, we would put feelers out, we would get people, interested, and then they would back out. But now we're getting more and more people submitting their names to come in and work for the city. And they all have good ideas, and they all have good backgrounds.
That's
I
terrific.
have nothing else, Brandon. It's up to you now.
I'm sorry?
Jenna.
Oh, my turn?
Yes,
Hi,
your turn.
Donald.
Hello.
Okay, awesome. Hi, this is Councilwoman Johanny. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for your willingness to serve. We really appreciate, our constituents' commitment to want to give back to the city and help in any way, shape, or form. I have a few questions.
Sure.
What do you think, what are the areas that need to be improved within this board?
Within the board or say it again, please.
The areas that we need to improve within the board and like our scope of work.
Well, I don't know that I'm able to comment on that yet. I've only been to one board meeting, so I don't have much to say as far as what needs to be improved. Be it
There-
that-
and I guess I'm just from your experience being a licensed master plumber, right?
Yes, yep.
Or I forget the other word. I think
Well, there's journeyman. I'm a
journeyman. Yes,
master plumber. I hold a license in the city.
right. So just having your experience with the city and perhaps having to even maybe be in front of this board at some point in your career, like what areas you think we should be strengthening, if
Well-
at all necessary.
Okay, so and it's an easy answer. Safety in the industry is probably, that can always improve. No matter if you're working in somebody's home or you're on a commercial job site, safety would be something that, you can never talk too much about safety, and you can never be too safe on a job or some sort of working environment in our industry.
And how can we, and how within the board or even in the city, how can we facilitate that?
Well, it would start at the school, at the apprentice school that all the city contractors pull their apprentices from. And I'm not real familiar with the school. I believe it's still down in Ole. So it would start in the classroom, safety training.
Gotcha. And also the purpose for my question too, I recall us interviewing, I think it was for the electrician board, and the gentleman that we interviewed who's now serving, he mentioned something about that locally we don't have like certification programs or things of that nature to kind of like improve the skill set of our tradesmen. Is that something that you agree with? Or is that an area that we can work towards, given that we have so many local colleges in the area?
I believe that it's something we can work toward, to be honest. And again, safety falls back into that mix. There is other training that you can achieve outside of the school. And a lot of times the contractors that we all work for also want to improve training and certifications in whatever they could be, trade specific. So yes, that could be something to be worked on. Absolutely.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
I have no more questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Donald, I have another question here.
Yes, sir.
Our community has become so diversified now. Do you think there's a problem with the inspectors that we have communicating with the people?
As far as communication,
Yes.
I don't believe so. At least not
Okay.
to my knowledge.
Okay. Well, in the event this would happen, I'm sure you would be interested in trying to recruit some bilingual people that can communicate with their own people. And this does happen. This does happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I have nothing else. Anyone
Thank you.
else have any questions for Donald?
I'm good. I thank you for your willingness to serve, Donald. Thank you for applying, and you will hear from us soon, I'm sure, right, Marmaru?
That's correct.
Yep.
I wish I had him here at the house. Last week I had a plumbing problem.
Well, you can call me anytime. It's my pleasure. I thank you for the opportunity.
Okay. Thank you, Donald.
Yes, sir. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
That's it, Sheila.
Nobody else?
That's it.
That it? Okay.
Yeah, you have a good night.
All right. Thank you very much. Nice to speak with everyone.
Likewise.
Okay.
So do you want to wait a little yet in case the other one does show up or calls in or anything? Okay. That's it.
Shelley, are we waiting or are we done?
That's your decision. I mean, she's 15 minutes late, whether or not you
Okay.
want to. She didn't respond to my email and she didn't respond to my voicemail, so I'll reach out to her again and see if she's still interested.
Okay, are you calling her now or are we gonna wait, set up
I
another
think-
date for her?
I think we should set up another date. Now, you did
Okay.
try to contact her. She never got back to you. We are now at, after 4:30. In the event she would say, yes, I'd be in, so she gets in here and we get set up and everything. It's gonna get too close to our regular meeting.
All right,
I suggest that we get her in at the next meeting in July.
okay, sounds good.
Is that okay with you, Joanna?
I'm fine with that. Yep, sounds good. No worries.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, I'll see you in soon at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome.
Hi, Shelley.